Right, so we'll have a more conversation on this because since this ceremony came out, especially on social media, lots of tongues have been left wagging about the fact that, especially with the age difference, 12 years and over 60 years. So is it just culture or tradition, or it has to do with anything around child marriage? Now we are continuing with this conversation, and in private life, he is known as Dr. Henry Ni Ayi Ado, but his true name is Ni Ayi Anakonte the First, Dzaasetse of Ga Abola Piam, Tunwa Way. A very good evening to you, Ni, and welcome to Newsnight.
Yes, good evening to all your viewers.
Right, I hope I got the name right.
Yes, it's Dr. Henry Ni Ayi Ado.
And there's two names.
Traditionally known as Ni Ayi Anakonte the First.
Okay.
Abola Piam Tunwa Way. Royals to Dynasty Family, Dzaasetse.
Right, thank you so much. What we just saw, tell us, give us details about it. Is it any ordinary marriage ceremony, or it is what we know as the everyday marriage ceremony? Tell us about it.
Yes, this has more to do with our ancestral inheritance. This thing has been there for quite a long time. It is not new. It has been there. We as Gans, by origin, we migrated from a certain place, and our leaders are the Wulomor. The Wulomors that we have are spiritual people. They are not warriors. They are not supposed to be fighters. They are spiritual people that they speak directly to our God that we believe in. Before we came to settle in Nungua, I am maternally born from Nungua and paternally also from Nungua. And based on these facts, this ancestral marriage has been there from ages. It is not something that we are talking about new. The Wulomor is such a powerful spiritual person. He's the highest deity we have on the soil of the Gadangbe lands. He's the overlord of the entire Gadangbe kingdom. And as I speak to you, what he did is something that has to do with our customary, traditional lineage inheritance rights. So what we are seeing is just not a new thing. It has been there. I'm part of that family. I've come from such a great grandmother who was also put into Boekpayu, what we traditionally call
a great grandmother that went through the same
process. I'm from that lineage.
I think, not to cut you, but I think the bone of contention here, it's not really about the right that went on. Like you said, it is something that is age old. It has been going on, and no one has spoken about it. But this time we have a 12-year-old at the center of this ceremony, and we had other people coming out to explain that among the roles she's supposed to play is procreation. And you and I know that procreation will only happen after intimacy. That is where people are raising eyebrows and then leaving others wagging their tongues. So tell us, is it, I mean, what really does this 12-year-old girl come to do? Because I also saw somewhere that stated that the Wulomor is also supposed to get a virgin. So couldn't we have also gotten a virgin that is of age, say above 18, than going in for a 12-year-old?
Yes, we have to make this, we have to set this record straight.
Right.
The lady in question was first installed as a queen mother.
Okay.
Now Okomo. And at the age of 8 years, she has served as a queen mother for a number of years. After that, it was the family that has noted and also made it clear that she is a virgin since birth, has nothing to do with anybody. And this is where the issue of the Wulomor comes in, that he is keeping this woman as her or his Boekpayu, meaning her queen mother for the Bobu shrine. This lady is the only person, since she's a virgin, she's the only person that feeds the entire Gadangbe kingdom with water of our spirits, of our ancestral gods. That water that she carries, or pot that she carries, is what gives us life. So when she's given that pot to carry, she comes with a leaf in her mouth. She doesn't talk to anybody. It is a proper customary ceremony that is done on yearly basis.
Ni,
Apart from that, the age in question,
okay.
she's just 13 years of age. This is the fact that this particular incident that is happening has to do with her being abducted into that particular marriage ceremony. Then she will be allowed to go to school. She's currently in school. She will be allowed to go to school, continue her education, render the quality service, customary ancestral lineage service that she has to do for the Bobu shrine, which is our highest deity, for us to have a smooth ancestral worship with our God. That is perfect, straight. Whatever comes out from procreation is that she would only consent to that after the age of 18 years. And let us get this fact right. What happens is the Nungua Wulomor married to that young lady is the fact that she is going to continue with all the traditional customary rites that she has been performing, but this time with a recognition and a special attention on her that nobody has that right to interact with her. Even though she has friends, she'll be having people to be training her on how to handle her cultural and moral life, but she would not be having any type of friend, just any type. No, she'll be put into proper cultural, traditional norms that would help us project our culture.
Can I come in, please?
Yes, you can come in.
So, like I mentioned, granted, all these roles serving the shrine or moving on with ancestral roles to help with ancestral worship in Nungua and its environs. Granted, that has been happening. We have seen a lot of that happening in the years. But so now, like you have explained, this particular girl, you said she's 13 and would be left to go to school, and then subsequently, if she, after 18, wants to consent to marriage, then she can maybe agree to whatever intimacy that might come up after 18. But from now to 18 is a longer period. Can't anything like that come in? Because when they were going, for those of us that speak Ga, you could hear the songs they were chanting in the background, which is to suggest that we are going to have intimacy, more so like sexual intimacy, with this person we are going to marry. That was the kind of song we were hearing from the background. And I'm sure that is what has caused people's eyes to pop out. So are you assuring the worried public that whatever thing we saw has nothing to do with sexual intimacy, but just pure traditional rite and performance of other roles devoid of sexual intimacy?
Yes, I can assure you, because we are looking forward to modernization in our cultural and ancestral practice. There is one particular aspect of it which we kept out of the general public. There's one particular significant role that we did in the Bobu shrine itself that no camera was allowed there. It is a significant practice that no one will come out to come and tell you what goes on there. It is directly a proper intermittent libation poured out to seek audience and authority from the ancestral gods that we serve. That this lady that we bring in before you, if it is your will, it is your wish for her children to be sanctified, to qualify to be the next Nungua Wulomor, Shoma, as we know by name, Shamu. We are seeking your audience, your authority. The deity should descend and take authority over that. So, in as much as she is aware, her parents are aware, consented to that, we would not have anything that has to do with our common laws or tradition, our common laws or laws of our country to interfere with this particular exercise. That one we try to keep it out of the general public. And we must let you know that we are well educated enough at this time with experience and knowing the fact that people of today are looking up to us. We will not condone to anything that would hinder or put the quality of this lady into practice, into education, to shamble.
Right.
We are willing and praying that the general public will understand our custom at a certain point in time. Those that are being kept out of their sight must be considered,
Right.
accepted as we move on in our cultural practices and our traditional lifestyle.
Niayi, thank you so much for joining us and educating us on the details of this particular marriage. Because, of course, once
we assure the general public her life is safe.
It is below 18, it is sure going to create public outcry. So now that you have given out the details and assured the public that there is nothing sexually intimate about this, I'm sure the public is going to heave a sigh of relief, because this issue has been trending and then has been going all around. We just spoke to Ni Ayi Ado. He is the Dzaasetse of the Ga Abola Piam Tunwa way on the traditional or customary marriage rite of a 12-year-old girl, or he says is 13-year-old girl, to the Nungua Wulomor, who is over 60-year-old. We'll still be keeping an eye on that and then be feeding the public with any further details.